Okay, here we go. This one's in. Delete that one, delete that one. First try.
What's up, everyone? It's Carlos from UpLine. I'm here on the coldest day of the year. So far. I'm here with Coach Zane, aka Zane. Zane, tell me, what do you love about Ultimate, and what is so special about Ultimate for you?
Yeah, I love that question. Right when you asked me first, right off camera, I said, oh, that's a great question. So I think...
Shout out to Dan Glickman for that question.
Dan Glickman, you dog.
AKA Tux.
Great question, Tux. There are a lot of things that I love about the sport of Ultimate Frisbee, but what I love the most about Ultimate, as someone who's always been like a really avid athlete, has always loved to play all kinds of sports since I was a little kid, is that Ultimate Frisbee is an outlet for me in my life to go 110%, to give, like that, that epitomizing play of Ultimate Frisbee, right? Like that full Superman dive extended kind of layout bid, even if you layout grab, layout D, but even layout bid, that effort, even if you don't get it, that you've pushed yourself as far, as hard, as fast as you possibly can, and then launch yourself into the air and try it a little harder. And that, I grew up wrestling, I grew up playing football, and I was appreciative from the outset of being able to find Ultimate, being able to click with that sport and lock in. And now as a 32-year-old approaching master's eligibility, to still have an outlet in my life where I get to, go full speed, physically and mentally. And that's like a very internal thing that as an athlete and like as a human being, that I love about Ultimate. What's special to me about Ultimate is much more external, and it's definitely the relationships that I've been able to have with people all over the world, from every imaginable cultural background, religion, place in the world. I lived in Palestine, a number of other kind of predominantly Arabic speaking countries. I played Frisbee with Kurdish folks in northern Iraq as well. I've been to Colombia to play a few times. I've learned from people who are far more experienced or more athletic, more talented than I am, and I've also had the opportunity to coach people, to literally show them a disc for the first time and say, this is a Frisbee, and then put on a highlight tape of layouts and be like, this is fucking Ultimate Frisbee. Pardon my language. This is Ultimate Frisbee. And it's been really fulfilling. I'm still in touch with a lot of people all over the world to this day through the sport of Ultimate Frisbee. And I always tell people who travel, find the Ultimate people. They're the best people in town, and they'll show you everything else you need to know.
Yeah. I can attest to that. Playing in Colombia, I've only played here and in Colombia. It's the same group of people. There's no... everyone's just so welcoming and awesome to be around with. It's
great personalities. Every country, great personalities, very nice people, quirky folk, people who march to the beat of their own drum, people who are very kind and welcoming. And I found that at times, even more so abroad as kind of a foreigner, a stranger, than in some kind of like local Ultimate. Everyone here is also nice in the United States. No one's ever been nasty to me, for sure. But it's always extra appreciated when you're kind of the stranger, or like the new foreigner in a strange land, and people kind of greet you with such open arms.
Very accepting.
Special shout out to Citadel in Jordan, Ultimate Palestine in Palestine. Special shout out to Huracan and Medellin, for sure.
Thanks, Zane.
Yeah, bro.
Appreciate it.